What's up, everybody? Out here in beautiful Tallahassee, Florida, and I just wanted to come here and make a quick video. I saw this reel actually, and it really struck a chord with me. It was a video of the father of Duck Dynasty who just passed away. I forget his name, forgive me, but he basically had the story went pretty short. He had people attacking his fish traps and stealing his fish, and at that time in his life he was broke, and that was his livelihood, and he ended up catching the people who were stealing his fish, and he asked them, "Hey, this is my livelihood. Why are you stealing my fish?" And they had no answers for him. And he could have shot him. He could have, beat him up. He could have, called the police. He could have done a bunch of different stuff, cussed him out, kicked him on the way. But instead, he said, you don't have to steal from me. Here are the fish that you were going to try to steal from me. And he gave them the fish. And he said that was something he learned in Romans chapter 12. When he says, when it says to do good in the place of evil. And I think this is super important for us in business and us in real estate. Because when you're your own boss, you don't have anybody to act good in front of. There's no ethics code. There's no human resources department in your business. And there's nothing calling you to be a good ethical person. You do what you want to do because you're, working for yourself. So when someone tells you that your flip isn't good, or when someone tells you that your product isn't good, or someone tries to screw you over, it's first nature to say, they're trying to take away everything I worked for. They're trying to shit all over all my dreams and all my aspirations and all my hard work. And it's so easy to get your ego wrapped up in it and start cussing them out and start telling them where to go. But at the end of the day, this is only going to bring you down, and it's going to bring society down, and it's very hard, but we're called to elevate people. In business, with God, we're called to elevate other people around us and to make other people's lives better. So when something happens, the next time someone cusses you out, or someone says something that offends you, or somebody, in the business world tells you that what you're doing is wrong, and gets aggressive with you, instead of stooping down to their level and instead of telling them where to go and never talking to them again, try to make a connection out of it. Dig deeper, and find that human connection that is going to possibly be fruitful. For you, it's going to be fruitful because you're going to feel so much better after. Somebody cusses you out and says that, your flip's not worth what you think it's worth. You're asking $500K, you're getting greedy for it. You have no idea what you're talking about. This won't sell for that. All right, man, I really appreciate your input. I wonder, what makes you think that? What comps are you seeing? What's going on in your brain that makes you say that? Like, I don't want to be greedy. That's not what I'm trying to do. I would love to hear, why you think that. De-escalate the situation. He's going to calm down. Or in any scenario that's like this, whenever you first step is to de-escalate instead of escalate, they're immediately going to calm down, and you're going to have a good and meaningful conversation that oftentimes will lead to a connection that's going to be fruitful for you. If you do that every single day, you go out and you do business God's way, and you find people to make fruitful and engaging connections with, you're going to do so much better in life and in business, and you're going to be a happier person, and you're going to spread the good word. So I appreciate you guys. I hope everyone's doing great and crushing it. Love everybody, and God bless. Peace.